Ron, I have a question.
Yes, Millree.
I wonder if you might put on this list of career blunders not having professional mentors. Um, I, in my experience, I found that when you take on a new responsibility and you find and cultivate and actively, connect with professional mentors who are as high up in the food chain as possible, they can help guide your career progression. They can help you, create and identify opportunities. They can provide you guidance and counsel on navigating the situations that you're in. And they end up being your advocate because you're always on their radar.
Millree, that's an excellent suggestion. And yeah, I would immediately put that near the top because that's actually one thing I've missed out on my career. I never looked for a mentor. And I missed out on a lot of the blunders I made. I might have been able to avoid if I had a mentor in my career. So I fully agree with that, and I probably the reason I didn't think of it because it's really a blind spot in my career. so Miller, okay, now see, I'll let you teach on this topic. How if someone sees the need for a mentor, what would you recommend for finding a mentor? What steps should they take?
Well, I will give you the example that I give my daughter, who's 27 and 28, and she's young in her career. And I've always suggested to her to look in the org chart, see who's doing something or leading something that she aspires to do at some point, and connect with that person either at a social event or just reach out to them organizationally through an email and just begin a conversation with them about where she'd like to go in her career and seek their advice on how to get there. And I think the challenge with her has been, I mean, she does that finally. The challenge with her is that she doesn't continue cultivating that relationship. And so I'm constantly sort of saying to her, every month or so, connect with that guy or that woman and just have a conversation. This is what I'm experiencing in my job. This is how I'm progressing. And just create that sort of top of mind awareness and cultivate it. And even if the person leaves the company, there's someplace else doing that job. So keep that connection, tight and conversant. So I always think, find the organization that you're interested in, where you're interested in working, or the organization that you're currently involved in. Find the highest person on the food chain that you can connect with, and then start having those conversations. Or in organizations that do something similar to what you're aspiring to do, and just find ways to connect without necessarily asking for something, just making the connection.
How willing have you found others to fill the role of being a mentor?
What's the question again?
How willing, like if you're building that relationship, how willing are people generally willing to be a mentor to others?
I think you made a point a little bit earlier where you said people like helping others. And I think that if you frame it the right way, where you're not impinging on their time, and you're seeking their advice on something that they do well, I think people generally want to help people who are aspiring to be good at what they do. And I add the caveat that it doesn't have to be someone who's older than you. Sometimes a person might be younger than you, but really at a level in the organization that you really, trying to achieve. And just finding ways to connect with that person and developing relationship. It's not, to me, it's not a one-off situation. It's an ongoing conversation, a dialogue with somebody who is doing something that you really want to be able to do well.